Hey, my name is Constance Swain. Thank you so much for stopping by and checking out this video. It should hopefully give you a little bit of insight as to why I started this GoFundMe, why it's important to me, and hopefully why it should touch you and be important to you. Forgive me in advance. This is not rehearsed. I'm just going to speak from the heart. So forgive me if I stumble or fumble or get a little emotional. It's very near and dear to my heart. So here it is. We all know that in this country, home ownership, there are so many discrepancies and limitations that are in place and glass ceilings as it pertains to Black and brown people. And if you don't know it, Google it because it's all right there. Despite those odds, I am so excited to announce, I'm elated to announce that come July of 2022, this year, my parents will be first-time homeowners. Oh my gosh, just saying that out loud is it still does something because I know my parents and I know what it took for them to get to this point. My mom was a single parent to start. She had my sister and I when she was really young, or it's not younger. And my sister has disabilities that presented their own unique challenges. And for a young Black woman to have these two Black girls and to not have the resources like we have today, like Google and all of these things, to simply just say, I have questions about this and I need help. Where do I turn? The fact that my mom, despite all of that, found a way to make a way out of no way for both of us is something I really can't put into words, to be honest with you. My mom scrubbed toilets for a living to give my sister and I a shot at life, a better chance. Her scrubbing toilets for a living led to me going to Spelman, and she met my stepdad, who is one of the most phenomenal men I have ever known in my life. If you ask my 8-year-old self, I would say something different. But now that I'm older, I can tell you, my gosh, what a phenomenal man to not only marry this woman, but in marrying her, inherit her children and love on them. Love on them in a way that was so essential and fundamental to a child's development. And I cannot thank him enough for stepping in the way he has and being my father when my biological father decided, I want no parts of this. So all that to say, they are the two hardest working, humblest, kind-hearted people you will ever meet, and so deserving of this blessing. And I'm so excited for them. But we all know that purchasing a home is one thing. That's a fabulous, but that's one step. There are steps that come after that. And what made me think about this GoFundMe was I was thinking about when I was little, and my sister and I would go into like Williams-Sonoma and Kirkland and Pottery Barn with my mom. And to this day, we actually go to IKEA just to bop around and just look around. But when I think about that time, in particular when I was younger, I remember seeing my mom like walk the aisles and just kind of gawk and look at stuff and didn't quite register what she might have been doing. But now that I'm older, and now that I know my mom is a person, and not just like my mom, but she's my best friend, I believe that when she was walking through those aisles, she was imagining, daydreaming about a life of a home that she could fill with these things. Oh my gosh, a dream kitchen that would look like this, or a Christmas dinners at a table like this. And like so many of us, we feel like those things are out of reach. Like they're so not attainable. The same way that home ownership feels for so many of us, like it's unrealistic and not attainable because that's the setbacks and limitations that were placed upon us. No matter how hard we work, it feels like we kind of hit this wall. And even through that, despite all of those setbacks, they are at this point. So that brings me to you all. Full disclosure, I wrote to Pottery Barn and I wrote to Williams-Sonoma and I ain't hear nothing back. So I said to myself, listen, Constance, you have resources, you have a network, and those people know you, and some of those people know your parents and they know your story. And for those who don't, you all know, because you can look around and see it, how difficult it is to just have the American dream as a Black and brown person in this country. No matter how hard you work, it is still difficult, and sometimes it still feels like it's unattainable. And so I'm rallying you all to help me raise funds that will support them in not just furnishing a home, but their dream home, because I cannot think of anyone, my mom, my sister, and my dad, who will live in this home. I cannot think of anyone who is more deserving of support like this. And the thing is they're not gonna ask for it. They would. In fact, I'm sure my mom is gonna kick me when she sees this video. I don't care, because there is no sense in having a community if you don't use it. So, community, I'm asking you, whatever you feel in your heart to give, however little, however much, thank you in advance. And if you don't have it to give, all that I ask is that you just share this video on your social media, share it with your colleagues, share it with whoever you want to share it with, because this is a story that so many people need to hear. And I thank you in advance. Again, I've been calling this the Cinderella story. And it is my hope that with your help, we can make it so that it doesn't end at the stroke of midnight, that this is a fairy tale that will last them the rest of their lives, because they deserve it. They deserve it. Thank you so much. And I look forward to answering any questions you might have. I'm so excited about this project, and let's rally tribe, and let's get this Cinderella story and make it a reality. Thank you all so much.